Shalom. Call Halamim Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Bahashem Rakah HaKadash. That's giving our praise to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and to his only begotten Son, whose name is Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone, who well and teach well. Another shalom to the hopefully elect of the nation of Israel, which are you so-called African American blacks, Native American Indians, and so-called Hispanics, who are scattered out the four corners of the earth amongst the nations, looking like the other nations. It's your brother Haram Amath, and today's lesson is persecuted but not forsaken. Okay? Do you understand? When you come into this truth, and when you begin to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah in spirit and truth, is that you chosen the straight path. You chose to walk the straight and narrow path. Alright? Which is full of affliction. Okay? Alright? Where we're gonna be troubled on every side. Okay? But that path leads to what? Salvation. Alright? Through our faith. Okay? So this is an exhortation to not give up, to endure. Okay? This is a race. Okay? You have to run the race with patience. Alright? In 2 Corinthians chapter 4, starting at the top. Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not. But have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of Yahweh deceitfully, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of Yahweh. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. See? Alright? So if they don't have this knowledge, this understanding, it's because it's hid from them, right? They've been blinded from this truth. Alright? Just be thankful to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that he opened up your mind, right? He taken the eye salve off your eyes, right? Removed your blindness, right? And now you can see, right? As far as the 2/3 in the other nations, okay, it's hid to them, they lost. Okay, verse 5, it says, for we preach not ourselves, but Hamashiach Yahweh Shah the Lord, and ourselves your servant for Yahweh Shah's sake. For Yahweh, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh in the face of Yahweh Shah. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power of Yahweh and not of us. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that the life also of Yahweh Shai might be made manifest in our body. See? Alright, so we troubled on every side, but not distressed. Right? Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Right? Why? Because we chosen to worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, we chosen to keep the faith in these last days. Alright, we're chosen to keep the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. Alright, hey, we chose the hard life. Alright, we didn't choose the easy way out. Okay, we chose the hard life, right? And what is that? Life of struggles and affliction, right? Life of the poor and the needy. Okay, we not seeking riches and the things of this world. Okay, the things of this world don't excite us. Okay, the things that excite us are things that are not seen in this world. Okay, things that we can only hope for. Okay, all right. It's our faith that keeps us going. All right. It's our faith is what's going to save us in these last days. All right, we're going to be saved by our faith. Okay, and how do you exercise that faith? Right, through the love of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and with His love, keeping other commandments to the best of your ability. Right, but you gotta have faith. Right, and you have to believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Right, understand that this work is not about being successful. Okay, and everything being our grace and gravy all the time. No, we chosen to sacrifice ourselves in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, sacrificing ourselves in this flesh, in this body. Okay, because we believe and we have faith. All right, that we're gonna receive a reward because our mind is focused on that heavenly treasure. All right, so keep your mind focused on that heavenly treasure. Don't give in. All right, understand when you come to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right, it's gonna be troubles. Sirach chapter 2, verse 1 through 5. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? So when you come to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah in spirit and in truth, okay, you gotta prepare your soul for temptation. Okay, you gotta prepare your soul, or you gotta prepare yourself to lose family members, to lose close friends. Alright, close relationships. Alright, it's a life change. Alright, you have to prepare yourself for the sufferings that's to come. Right, you have to prepare yourselves to be spoken ill of. Alright, all these things we must suffer, right, for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, so that we can obtain salvation. Right, so we can get back to the Garden of Eden. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Right, so we have to constantly endure, cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Right, that's that salvation. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. All right, see, we have to be content. Right, no matter what state we're in. Right, we have to be content, whether we're in a low state or whether we're in a high state. We have to be content with everything that we have. Okay, let's get that. It's the book of Philippians chapter 4. Start at verse 11. Start at verse 10. It says, but I rejoiced in Yahweh greatly, that now at the last your care of me have flourished again, wherein you are also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect or want, for I have learned, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. If I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound, everywhere in and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. I can do all things through Yahweh Shah, which strengthen me. Right? See, so we have to learn how to be content, abased and abound in all things. Right? Learn how to be full and hungry. Right? Learn how to be abound and to suffer. Okay, that's what this walk is about. All right, it's a plague of the mind to think that your life is supposed to be grits and gravy, successful, bathed in money all the time. That's not the case. All right, we put on earth, right, to do one thing, and that's to follow the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. All right, to walk that straight and narrow path, right, that thorny path. All right, we're being tried through the fire so we can be brought out as gold is tried through the fire. See? All right, and that's what it's all about. All right, it's purification. All right, we're being purified. All right, we're being cleansed. Right, so that we can come out with those white robes. All right, which represents where repentance. Okay, in the kingdom. All right, let's get back to it. He says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. See that? Gold is tried in the fire. See? And the Most High says what? That he liketh to try our faith more than gold is tried in the fire. See that? Alright? And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And that's what it's all about. See, it's all about worshiping and serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai through the furnace of adversity, right? Just like Azariah, Hananiah, Salakia, just like Hananiah, Mishael, and Abednego. Okay? Alright? How they praised Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai when they was thrown into the fire, pursuant to Daniel chapter 3. Right? We have to be that same way. We have to endure that fire. Right? Because you have to have an understanding, right, that there's more to come. Right? This is not the end. Second Corinthians chapter 4. Starting at verse 4 again. In whom the power of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. For we preach not ourselves, but Christ Hamashiach, Salaki, but Hamashiach Yahushua the Lord, and ourselves your servants for Yahushua's sake. For Yahweh, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, have shined in our hearts, to give the light of the knowledge of the glory in the face of Yahushua. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of God, and not of us. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. Always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahushua, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our body. For we which live are always delivered unto death for Yahushua's sake, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our mortal flesh. So then death worketh in us, but life in you. See, and that's what it's all about, being persecuted for Yahushua's sake, right? So that we can receive that crown of glory, just like he received that crown of glory. Okay, right? It says, verse 13, it says, we having the same spirit of faith, as according as it is written, I believed, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak, right? Because we had that same spirit of faith that Yahushua had, right? So because we believe, right, we're going to speak, right, what we believe. Knowing that he which raised up Yahushua shall raise up us also by Yahushua, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of Yahweh. Right? That's what it's all about, giving thanksgiving through your afflictions, through the furnace. For which cause we faint not. Right? You got to endure. He that endures to the end shall be saved. For which cause we faint not. But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. Right? So though our outward man perish, our inward man is renewed day by day through the Spirit, right? The Ruach Kadash, right? Through Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, through this holy word, through these scriptures, right? Through our prayer, through our fasting, right? Because we know what's to come through our faith, right? Which is how we're saved. Verse 17, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, right? Eternal weight of glory, right? See, everything that you're going through, right, is only but a light affliction, right? It's only but for a moment. You can endure this, right? You can get through this, right? Hey, before you know it, you'll be looking back on this, right? In the kingdom, right? We'll be telling our grandkids and great grandkids, right, how we used to be subjected to these nations and all these different ailments that we used to suffer in the flesh. Okay, why we look not at the things which are seen. See, we don't look at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are not seen, Salakia, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Right? So you look around you, right? The things that you see, right? These things are only temporary, right? They're gonna burn. It's gonna come to an end. See, so we don't look on the things which are seen, right, but the things that are not. That's called our faith. We look to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We look to the kingdom of heaven. We look to the chariots coming down and beaming us up and destroying this place. All right. We looking to have dominion and rulership over these nations. All right. That's our hope. That's our greatest hope. It's our faith, and that's what's gonna deliver us out of here. All right. But till then, we got to be cleansed. We have to be made pure. We have to endure. We can't give up. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6. I want verse 9, but I want to start up at verse 3. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of Yahweh, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings, in fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Ghost, the Ruach HaKodesh, by love unfeigned. See that? By the word of truth, by the power of Yahweh, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report, as deceivers and yet true, as unknown and yet well known, as dying and behold we live, as chastened and not killed, as sorrowful yet always rejoicing, as poor yet making many rich, as having nothing and yet possessing all things. You see that? Right? Because though we are poor people, we're rich people. How we're rich in spirit, we're rich in faith. You see? And that's greater than gold, that's greater than money. Those things are priceless, right? These are the true things that matters in life. These are the true things that's going to carry on right after we leave this flesh. Okay, that gold and that money, right, and that pride that you have and that status that you have, it doesn't carry on after we leave this flesh. But what does carry on is what? The faith that you had in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Okay, that's what's going to carry on. All right, that's what's going to get us saved. That's what's going to get us out of here. But we have to endure. All right, that's our greatest hope. All right, always praying and blessing the holy name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, right, through prayer and fasting, understanding what our last end is.
Stage of your business, sell it online.
All right,
take it in person and go big, like
Salakia.
1 million orders big. Whatever your stage, businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up today at shopify.com.
Let's go to John chapter 16. Verse 33. It reads, "These things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." Right? See that? Right? So in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, we're going to have peace. But in the world, we're going to have tribulation. Right? We're going to suffer, right, in this world through this flesh. Right? But through the inward man, we should have peace. Through the Holy Spirit, following Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. So we have to be of good cheer. Exercise that faith. Right? Understand that Yahweh Shah overcame the world. Right? And if he can overcome the world, then we can overcome the world. Just like he did. See? We have to put ourselves in the same mind that Christ was in. Right? We have to be followers of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. Right? Go to the book of Acts. Acts 14 and 22. It says, "Conforming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of God." Right? See, say we have to continue in the faith. We have to endure. Right? See, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Right? The more headache and affliction and trials you go through, okay, the more you're strengthening your faith. Okay, the more you're gonna be prepared to handle what's up ahead. All right, into their salvation. Okay, see that? But through much tribulation, we must enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. See that? Through much tribulation. All right. Second Timothy chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "But thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, patience." Right? See, so this is the doctrine, the manner of life, right? For us as Israelites, right? This is our doctrine and manner of life, our purpose, faith, right? Which is what? Long suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra. What persecutions I endured, but out of them all Yahweh delivered me. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah delivered me. Yea, and all that will live godly in Yahweh Shah shall suffer persecution. You see that? All that live godly in Hamashiach Yahweh Shah shall suffer persecution. Right? You see? But you must have faith and believe that he's going to deliver you and all that, right? That he's with you throughout all that, okay? And he's going to deliver you. You see? And that's what we hoping and praying for. That's our biggest hope, right? Not to give up. He that endured to the end shall be saved. All right? life everlasting. It's the book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 10. And it says, I'm going to start at verse 9. And I know thy works and tribulations, in poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. See, don't fear none of these things which you shall suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Right? So we have to be faithful unto what? Unto death. Right? Hey, Satan's gonna cast some of us into prison. You don't know what those. It could be a physical, actual physical prison, right? It could be concentration camps, right? You understand that? It could be on your deathbed, okay, right? No matter what the case is, you're gonna be tried. You're gonna have tribulation 10 days, right? Whether it be actual 10 days, right? 1,000 days, 1 month, you don't know. 3 years, 7 years, okay? But it's gonna be tribulation. You're gonna have it, right? But what? Be faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. See, Yahushua was faithful unto death, and he received the crown of life. So we must be faithful unto death to receive the crown of life. You understand? Right? To overcome. So with that, okay, what's Salaki before we get there, right? Let's go here. Matthew chapter 7 verse 14, 13 and 14 says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. Alright, see, so we got to be on the straight path, alright? You understand? Right? On the straight path, there's only few that find it, right? You see, the whole world is not on this path, right? They're on a broad path which leads to the way of destruction, but the path we're on, not many people is on. Okay, let's go to 2nd Ezra chapter 7. Right, enter ye in through the straight gate. Right, you know this is not our rest. Right, we're here to suffer for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Right, into the bitter end. 2nd Ezra chapter 7, starting at verse 1. And when I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me the angel which I had been Salaki, which had been sent unto me the nights afore. And he said unto me, up, Esdras, and hear the words that I am come to tell thee. And I said, speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, the sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. See, and this sea is representing what? Those waters that represent everlasting life. Okay. All right. But put the kingdom, verse 4. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river, right? But the entrance to this great and wide, deep and great sea is what? Narrow, like a river. Who then could go into the sea and look upon it and to rule it, if he went not through the narrow? How could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and it's full of all good things, right? And we know this is what? New Jerusalem, okay? The kingdom of heaven again, right? That Garden of Eden. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go through there at once, right? And this is the path that we're on. All right, imagine that, right? You got this great place that you're trying to get to, right? But the entrance is so narrow, right, that only one person can walk at a time, right? And it's high up, elevated. Fire on one side, on the right hand, right? And a deep water on the left hand. You see, you can't afford to be double-minded in this thing, right? Being tossed to and fro, because you're gonna fall into that fire, get burnt up, and you're gonna drown in that water. You see, all right? Hey, we on this narrow path, all right? This thorny path. Says, if this city were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance, right? So how can we receive the inheritance of salvation, the kingdom of heaven, right, and all this glory, if we not willing to willing to endure the afflictions, right, that's set before us? We not willing to endure anything, right? Like Yahweh Shah did. You see, it's impossible, right? You have to travel that dangerous road set before you to receive that inheritance. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, right? And see, that's our portion. You see that? Right? So when you choose to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah in spirit and truth, this is our portion. Okay? We have to travel the road less traveled. Okay? Right? We choosing to afflict ourselves, to sacrifice ourselves for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. See that? Says, because for their sakes I made the world, and when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now it's done, right? Which we know that's the reason why we have to go through many things, okay? All right. Then were the entrance of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the entrance of the other world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. And that was the previous Garden of Eden before sin was brought into the earth. You see? All right. But now what? It's made narrow, full of travail. See, if then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them, right? See, so we must labor to enter those great and vain things, right? We must labor to enter that straight path, see, so that we can receive those things that are laid up for us, those treasures, right? See that? If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Now therefore, why disquiet thyself, seeing thou art but a corruptible man, and why art thou moved, whereas thou art but immortal? Right? Why are you worried about that you're gonna die? What's gonna happen to you? Nothing but a mortal man. Say, why hast thou not considered in thy mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? Right? And see, that's our hope, that's our faith, right? You understand? We considering what's to come, not what's in this present world. You see? You understand? He says, then answered I and said, O Lord that bears rule, that thou hast ordained in thy law that the righteous shall inherit these things, but the ungodly shall perish, right? So understand that the righteous shall inherit those things, but the godly shall perish, right? So you have to keep the faith. All right. Understand that when you come to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, prepare your soul for temptation. Okay. All right. And it's our faith that's gonna get us up out of here. Right. It's impossible to please the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah without faith. Okay. Hebrews chapter 12, starting at the top. Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Hey man, we have to set aside every weight, right? The sin that easily beset us, right? Those things that you just can't let go, right? Those lusts of the flesh that's just beating you down, right? That's preventing you from running to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah and fully repenting and worshiping Him in spirit and truth, right? Whatever it is that's holding you down and holding you back, you gotta let it go, right? And you have to run with what? With patience, right? The race that is set before us, right? Travel on this straight path. You see, that's before us. Looking unto Yahweh Shah, the author and finisher of our faith. He is the author and finisher of our faith. You see, and the end of our faith is with salvation. Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh. See, right? So, hey, he endured the cross, right? With joy, right? He endured all his persecutions, all his afflictions, right? All the backbiting. He endured all that. Okay? Just like how he endured the cross with joy, we have to pick up our cross and we have to endure our cross with joy too. Okay, that's how he was able to sit at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh.
Asana helps
See,
you keep
that's
track
how he
of
was
all
able to get
details in
salvation,
one place,
deliverance.
so
See,
you and your team can stay focused
because
on
you want
the work
salvation and
and
deliverance,
goals
right?
that
That's how
matter
you get
most.
salvation and
Try it for
deliverance,
free at
right?
asana.com.
You have to endure the cross, right? You want to sit at the right hand of Yahweh, right? For it says, for consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds, right? And that's the importance of being diligent in this truth, right? That's why you have to be diligent, right? Lest you be wearied and faint in your minds. If you're not diligent in this truth, if you're not reading every day, if you're not praying, if you're not fasting, right? You understand? You're gonna be weary and you're gonna faint in your minds, right? And that's what's gonna lead to you rebelling against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is ultimately gonna lead to your destruction and demise, right? Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is our strength, right? You see, it's our faith. For consider him that endures such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your minds, right? So we gotta have faith, okay, and to the very end, all right? So with that, give call Halamim Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Wakahakadash, the water, Tamayab, Shalom.